Hello, and welcome back to Simple Spoken English, your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow, natural pace. I'm Jack, and I'm happy you're here. In this episode, I speak slowly, I use clear, simple words, and I repeat ideas so you can shadow my voice, practice your speaking, and build your confidence step by step. Today, we will talk about how to describe your weekly routine in English. Not just short sentences, but full ideas. What do you do on Monday? What happens on Wednesday? What is your weekend like? By the end of this episode, you will be able to talk about your week in English using clear and natural sentences. Let's begin. Why is it important to practice talking about your week in English? It's important because your week is real. It's something that happens to you every 7 days. You know it well. You don't need to search for words or ideas. You don't need to talk about complicated topics. You just need to talk about your life. You can say what you do on different days. You can say if you work on weekdays or rest on weekends. You can say how you feel busy, relaxed, excited, or tired. And here's the best part. When you describe your own week, you're practicing real English, useful English, English that you can use with other people in real life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try. When you talk about your week, you begin to think in English. You begin to speak more naturally. You use simple, complete sentences. You stop translating in your head, and you feel more confident when speaking. Let's take an example. Imagine you are meeting someone new. They ask, "What do you usually do during the week?" If you've practiced talking about your week before, you can answer. You can say, "On Monday I go to work. On Tuesday I have English class. On Wednesday I visit my family. On the weekend I rest and clean my house." Now that's a full conversation. That's real communication, and that is your goal. Even if you are alone, even if you're not in an English class, even if you are shy, you can still practice speaking English by talking about your week. So whenever you don't know what to say, start with something simple. What do I do on Monday? What happens on Tuesday? Where do I go on Wednesday? What do I do on the weekend? These are good questions. They help you remember vocabulary. They help you build strong English habits. They help you think in full sentences without stress. You can do this on Sunday to plan your week. You can do this on Friday to review your week. You can even record yourself and listen back. The key is to keep it simple. Use the English you know. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. 1 sentence today, 2 sentences tomorrow, a whole story next week. So today, let's build that skill together, step by step, word by word, one real sentence at a time. Let's start with Monday. Monday is the first day of the work week for most people. It's a day when we begin new things and set the tone for the whole week. It's a perfect day to practice speaking about routines in English. Now let's practice some simple Monday sentences together. Repeat each one slowly, just like shadowing. Let's go. On Monday morning, I wake up early. Now you repeat. I usually feel a little tired because the weekend is over. Now you repeat. Monday is the start of my work week. Now you repeat. I have my first meeting at 9 o'clock. Now you repeat. Sometimes I feel nervous about Monday because I have many tasks to do. Now you repeat. I drink extra coffee on Monday morning to feel more awake. Now you repeat. I check my calendar to see what meetings I have this week. Now you repeat. On Monday afternoon, I usually organize my desk and plan my week. Now you repeat. I write a list of important things I need to finish. Now you repeat. Monday evening is quiet because I prepare for the busy week ahead. Now you repeat. I go to bed early on Monday night so I can wake up fresh on Tuesday. Now you repeat. Now let's move to Tuesday. Tuesday is often called the most productive day of the week. People feel more energetic than Monday but not tired like Friday. It's a good day to focus on important work. Let's practice some Tuesday sentences together. On Tuesday, I feel more awake and ready to work. Now you repeat. Tuesday is my favorite day to have important meetings. Now you repeat. I usually eat a healthy lunch on Tuesday because I want to stay focused. Now you repeat. Tuesday afternoon is perfect for creative work and problem solving. Now you repeat. I often call my friends or family on Tuesday evening. Now you repeat. Sometimes I go to the gym on Tuesday night. Now you repeat. Tuesday feels like the real beginning of my productive week. Now you repeat. Now let's talk about Wednesday. Wednesday is the middle of the week. Some people call it hump day because you're halfway through the work week. It's like climbing over a hill. Let's practice Wednesday sentences. Wednesday is the middle of my week. Now you repeat. On Wednesday, I usually feel more relaxed than Monday or Tuesday. Now you repeat. I like to have lunch with colleagues on Wednesday. Now you repeat. Wednesday afternoon is good for finishing projects I started earlier in the week. Now you repeat. Sometimes I stay late at work on Wednesday to catch up on tasks. Now you repeat. On Wednesday evening, I like to do something fun like watch a movie. Now you repeat. Wednesday reminds me that the weekend is getting closer. Now you repeat. Now let's move to Thursday. Thursday is an interesting day. You can feel the weekend approaching, but you still have work to do. Many people start making weekend plans on Thursday. Let's practice Thursday sentences. Thursday feels like the weekend is almost here. Now you repeat. I usually have more energy on Thursday because I know Friday is next. Now you repeat. Thursday is a good day to finish important projects before the weekend. Now you repeat. I often make plans with friends on Thursday for the weekend. Now you repeat. Thursday afternoon passes quickly because I'm excited about Friday. Now you repeat. Sometimes I treat myself to a nice dinner on Thursday night. Now you repeat. Thursday makes me feel happy because I can almost rest. Now you repeat. Now let's talk about Friday. Friday is everyone's favorite day. It's the end of the work week and the beginning of the weekend. People feel excited and relaxed on Friday. Let's practice Friday sentences. Friday is my favorite day of the week. Now you repeat. On Friday morning, I feel happy because the weekend starts soon. Now you repeat. I usually wear more casual clothes on Friday. Now you repeat. Friday meetings are often shorter because people want to start their weekend. Now you repeat. I like to clean my desk on Friday afternoon before I leave work. Now you repeat. Friday evening is special because I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. Now you repeat. Sometimes I go out with friends on Friday night to celebrate the end of the week. Now you repeat. Now let's move to the weekend. The weekend includes Saturday and Sunday. These are days for rest, family, hobbies, and fun activities. Let's start with Saturday. Saturday is the first day of the weekend. It's a day when you can sleep longer, spend time with family, or do activities you enjoy. Let's practice Saturday sentences. On Saturday, I usually wake up later than weekdays. Now you repeat. Saturday morning is perfect for a big breakfast with my family. Now you repeat. I like to clean my house on Saturday because I have more time. Now you repeat. Saturday afternoon is good for shopping or visiting friends. Now you repeat. Sometimes I go to the park or beach on Saturday if the weather is nice. Now you repeat. Saturday evening is relaxing because I can watch movies or read books. Now you repeat. I feel free on Saturday because I don't have to think about work. Now you repeat. Now let's talk about Sunday. Sunday is the last day of the weekend. It's often a day for family, rest, and preparing for the new week. Let's practice Sunday sentences. Sunday is a quiet day for rest and family time. Now you repeat. On Sunday morning, I like to have coffee and read the news slowly. Now you repeat. Sunday is perfect for cooking a special meal for my family. Now you repeat. I often visit my parents or grandparents on Sunday afternoon. Now you repeat. Sunday evening is when I prepare for the new week ahead. Now you repeat. Sometimes I feel a little sad on Sunday because the weekend is ending. Now you repeat. But I also feel excited on Sunday because Monday brings new opportunities. Now you repeat. Now let's practice a complete weekly routine story. I will tell you about my typical week. You can listen, then shadow each sentence. You can pause after each line to repeat it slowly. Are you ready? Let's begin. My week usually starts on Monday morning when I wake up at 7 o'clock. Monday feels a little difficult because the weekend is over, but I drink coffee and start my day with energy. I go to work and have meetings with my team. We plan what we need to do this week. On Tuesday, I feel more focused and productive. Tuesday is my favorite day for important work because my mind is clear. I usually have lunch with my colleagues and we discuss our projects. Tuesday evening, I go to the gym or take a walk in the park. Wednesday is the middle of my week. I feel relaxed because I know I'm halfway to the weekend. Wednesday afternoon, I usually finish tasks that I started on Monday or Tuesday. In the evening, I like to call my family or watch a good movie. Thursday makes me excited because Friday is almost here. I work hard on Thursday to finish everything before the weekend. Thursday evening, I often make plans with friends for Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes we decide to go to a restaurant or see a movie. Friday is always special. I wear comfortable clothes and feel happy all day. Friday meetings are usually short because everyone wants to start their weekend. After work, I sometimes meet friends for dinner or just go home and relax. Saturday is wonderful because I can sleep until 8 or 9 o'clock. I make a big breakfast and spend time with my family. Saturday afternoon, I clean my house, go shopping, or visit interesting places in my city. Saturday evening is perfect for movies, books, or dinner with friends. Sunday is peaceful and quiet. I wake up slowly and drink coffee while reading the news. Sunday is perfect for cooking and spending time with people I love. In the evening, I prepare my clothes for Monday and think about the week ahead. Sometimes I feel a little nervous about Monday, but I'm also excited for new experiences. Now let's practice some useful phrases for talking about weekly routines. These phrases will help you speak more naturally about your week. During the week, I usually work from 9 to 5. During the week, I usually work from 9 to 5. On weekdays, I have the same morning routine. On weekdays, I have the same morning routine. My weekends are different every time. My weekends are different every time. I look forward to Friday all week long. I look forward to Friday all week long. Sunday evening is when I prepare for Monday. Sunday evening is when I prepare for Monday. I feel most productive on Tuesday and Wednesday. I feel most productive on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday pass very quickly. Thursday and Friday pass very quickly. Let's practice some sentences about feelings during the week. Monday makes me feel motivated to start fresh. Monday makes me feel motivated to start fresh. Tuesday gives me energy for productive work. Tuesday gives me energy for productive work. Wednesday feels comfortable because it's the middle. Wednesday feels comfortable because it's the middle. Thursday excites me because the weekend is near. Thursday excites me because the weekend is near. Friday fills me with joy and freedom. Friday fills me with joy and freedom. Saturday makes me feel relaxed and happy. Saturday makes me feel relaxed and happy. Sunday brings me peace, but also some worry about Monday. Sunday brings me peace, but also some worry about Monday. Now let's practice talking about different activities throughout the week. On Monday, I focus on planning and organizing. On Monday, I focus on planning and organizing. Tuesday is perfect for meetings and important decisions. Tuesday is perfect for meetings and important decisions. Wednesday is good for creative work and problem solving. Wednesday is good for creative work and problem solving. Thursday is ideal for finishing projects and tasks. Thursday is ideal for finishing projects and tasks. Friday is best for easy work and socializing. Friday is best for easy work and socializing. Saturday is wonderful for hobbies and family time. Saturday is wonderful for hobbies and family time. Sunday is perfect for rest, cooking, and preparation. Sunday is perfect for rest, cooking, and preparation. Let's also practice some sentences about weekly goals and achievements. Every Monday, I set new goals for the week. Every Monday, I set new goals for the week. By Wednesday, I check my progress on important tasks. By Wednesday, I check my progress on important tasks. On Friday, I review what I accomplished this week. On Friday, I review what I accomplished this week. During the weekend, I plan what I want to achieve next week. During the weekend, I plan what I want to achieve next week. Each week, I try to learn something new. Each week, I try to learn something new. I celebrate small victories every Friday afternoon. I celebrate small victories every Friday afternoon. Sunday evening is when I reflect on my week and feel grateful. Sunday evening is when I reflect on my week and feel grateful. Now I want to share a longer story about a typical week. This will help you understand how to connect different days and create a flowing narrative about your weekly routine. My typical week follows a pattern that helps me balance work, rest, and personal time. Monday morning always starts with coffee and planning. I review my calendar, check my emails, and make a list of priorities for the week. Monday can feel heavy sometimes, but I've learned to see it as a fresh start, a chance to begin something new. Tuesday is when I hit my stride. My energy is high, my focus is sharp, and I can tackle the most challenging tasks. I schedule my most important meetings on Tuesday because I know I'll be at my best. Tuesday evening, I often go for a run or do some exercise because I still have energy from the productive day. Wednesday brings a sense of balance. I'm no longer starting the week, but I'm not yet thinking about the weekend. Wednesday is perfect for creative work, brainstorming sessions, and collaborative projects. I usually have lunch with different colleagues on Wednesday to maintain good relationships and exchange ideas. Thursday carries the anticipation of freedom. I can feel the weekend approaching, and this gives me motivation to finish strong. Thursday is excellent for wrapping up projects, sending final emails, and preparing everything so Friday can be smooth. Thursday evening, I start making weekend plans and feel the excitement building. Friday is pure joy. The atmosphere at work is lighter, people smile more, and there's a collective sense of achievement. We made it through another week. Friday afternoon, I clean my workspace, organize my files, and close my laptop with satisfaction. Friday evening belongs to celebration, whether that's dinner with friends, a movie, or simply the luxury of not setting an alarm. Saturday mornings are sacred. I wake up naturally, without an alarm, and the feeling of having nowhere urgent to go is wonderful. Saturday is for everything that brings me joy. Long breakfasts, time with family, exploring new places, reading books, or pursuing hobbies. Saturday evening often includes social activities or simply relaxing at home. Sunday has a unique character. It's peaceful and reflective, but also tinged with the awareness that Monday is coming. Sunday morning is slow and contemplative. I read, cook, or take long walks. Sunday afternoon is often spent with family or close friends. Sunday evening is preparation time. Choosing clothes for Monday, reviewing my calendar, and mentally preparing for the week ahead. This weekly rhythm gives structure to my life while allowing flexibility for spontaneity and change. Each day has its purpose, its energy, and its gifts. Now it's your turn to practice. Think about your own week. What makes your Monday different from your Friday? How do you feel on Wednesday compared to Sunday? What activities do you do on different days? You can start simple. Try to complete these sentences about your own week. On Monday, I usually take your time to think and speak. My favorite day of the week is because share your thoughts. During the weekend, I like to tell me about your weekend activities. The most difficult day for me is because it's okay to be honest about challenges. When Friday comes, I feel describe your emotions. Remember, there are no perfect answers. The goal is to practice speaking about your real life using simple, clear English. Every time you describe your routine, you're building confidence and fluency. Let's practice some questions you might hear about weekly routines and how to answer them naturally. Question: what do you usually do on Monday? Answer: on Monday, I usually start my work week. I have meetings and plan my tasks for the week. Question. Which day of the week is your favorite? Answer. My favorite day is Friday because I feel excited about the weekend. Question. How do you spend your weekends? Answer. On weekends, I like to sleep late, spend time with family, and do activities I enjoy. Question. Do you work on weekends? Answer. No, I don't work on weekends. Saturday and Sunday are my rest days. Question. What time do you usually wake up on weekdays? Answer. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock on weekdays, but on weekends I sleep until 9. These are natural, conversational responses that you can adapt to your own situation. Now let's practice some advanced weekly routine vocabulary that will make your speaking more interesting and natural. Instead of saying, I work, you can say, I'm productive, or I focus on my tasks. Instead of saying, I rest, you can say, I relax, or I unwind. Instead of saying, I'm tired, you can say, I feel drained, or I need to recharge. Instead of saying, I'm happy, you can say, I feel energized, or I'm in good spirits. Let's practice these in sentences. On Tuesday, I'm most productive because my energy is high. On Tuesday, I'm most productive because my energy is high. After a busy week, I need to unwind on Saturday. After a busy week, I need to unwind on Saturday. By Thursday, I sometimes feel drained and need extra coffee. By Thursday, I sometimes feel drained and need extra coffee. Friday afternoon puts me in good spirits because the weekend is starting. Friday afternoon puts me in good spirits because the weekend is starting. Sunday evening helps me recharge for the week ahead. Sunday evening helps me recharge for the week ahead. Let's also practice some time expressions that are useful for talking about weekly routines. At the beginning of the week, I feel motivated. At the beginning of the week, I feel motivated. In the middle of the week, I maintain my momentum. In the middle of the week, I maintain my momentum. Toward the end of the week, I start looking forward to the weekend. Toward the end of the week, I start looking forward to the weekend. Throughout the week, I try to maintain a good balance. Throughout the week, I try to maintain a good balance. By the weekend, I'm ready to relax and have fun. By the weekend, I'm ready to relax and have fun. Now, I'd like to teach you how to talk about changes in your weekly routine. Sometimes our weeks are different due to holidays, special events, or unexpected situations. This week is different because I have a special project. This week is different because I have a special project. Usually I rest on Sunday, but this week I have to work. Usually I rest on Sunday, but this week I have to work. My normal routine changed because I had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. My normal routine changed because I had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. Next week will be busier than usual because I have extra meetings. Next week will be busier than usual because I have extra meetings. Sometimes my weekend plans change depending on the weather. Sometimes my weekend plans change depending on the weather. Let's practice talking about weekly preferences and habits. I prefer to do difficult tasks early in the week. I prefer to do difficult tasks early in the week. I'm in the habit of calling my family every Sunday. I'm in the habit of calling my family every Sunday. I make it a point to exercise at least 3 times per week. I make it a point to exercise at least 3 times per week. I always look forward to Friday afternoon. I always look forward to Friday afternoon. I tend to feel more creative on Wednesday and Thursday. I tend to feel more creative on Wednesday and Thursday. Now let's practice a final comprehensive story that brings together everything we've learned about weekly routines. Every week of my life follows a rhythm that has developed over years of experience. This rhythm helps me balance productivity with rest, work with pleasure, and routine with spontaneity. Monday sets the tone. I wake up with intention, knowing that how I start the week will influence everything that follows. Monday morning coffee is essential, not just for caffeine, but for the ritual of beginning. I review what I accomplished last week and set clear goals for the days ahead. Tuesday and Wednesday are my power days. These are when I schedule my most important work, my most challenging tasks, and my most significant meetings. My mind is clear, my energy is stable, and I can give my best effort to whatever needs attention. Thursday begins the emotional transition toward the weekend. I can feel Friday approaching, and this anticipation gives me energy to finish strong. Thursday is perfect for completing projects, organizing my workspace, and preparing for a smooth Friday. Friday is celebration and closure. The work week ends with a sense of accomplishment and the promise of rest. Friday afternoon has a special quality. There's relief, satisfaction, and excitement all mixed together. Saturday is freedom. No alarm clock, no urgent deadlines, no pressure to be anywhere specific at any particular time. Saturday is for sleeping late, big breakfasts, long conversations, and whatever brings joy to my heart. Sunday is reflection and preparation. It's peaceful but purposeful. Sunday morning is slow and contemplative. Sunday afternoon is often social. Sunday evening is when I prepare my mind and my environment for another week of growth and achievement. This weekly pattern gives my life structure while allowing room for spontaneity and change. Each day has its gifts, each day serves its purpose, and together they create a life that feels both productive and fulfilling. Great work today. You have listened to a complete weekly routine guide. You practiced new vocabulary, you repeated full sentences, and most importantly, you tried to speak in English about your own life. This is real progress. You're not just studying English, you are using English. You are living in English, one sentence at a time. Keep building your confidence. Keep practicing your weekly routine until it feels easy and natural. Now I want to encourage you to try something. After this episode ends, try to record yourself talking about your week. Just 2 or 3 minutes. Talk about what you do on different days, how you feel, what you enjoy. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on communication. Remember, fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Every time you speak about your real life in English, you become more confident and natural. Come back to this episode often. Listen again, shadow again, and each time, add more details to your story. Notice how your English improves with each repetition. This is English Unleashed. I'm Sarah, and I'm proud of your effort and commitment. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Every day of practice makes you stronger. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll continue building your English confidence together. Until then, practice talking about your week, and remember that every small step forward is progress worth celebrating. Keep going, keep growing, and keep believing in your English journey. Bye for now.